Everyone. So I want to actually use this medium to welcome us to the part two, of the topic study with me live 15 minutes in neuroscience. Okay, I repeat, the topic is study with me live 15 minutes in neuroscience. Okay, in the part one, of this video, I was able to I did define neuroscience, and I went to talk about, I defined neurons and types, of neurons. So in the part two of this video, what I will be focusing on is to talk about what is generally referred to as concept neurons. Okay, but before I go into explaining what concept neurons are, I just want to show us a kind of an image, of what a neuron is. Like I said in the first video, that neurons are cells. Okay, they are cells that are located in the brain, and by extension they are also spread throughout the human anatomy. They are responsible for the transmission, and reception of what of sensory input, and information throughout the human body system. This is a picture of a neuron. Okay, these are what these tree-like structures are. They are called, dendrites. Okay, this is the axon, that takes in, the sensory input and transfer it through, this, like a kind of biological cable, to the axon, terminal. This is the axon here, that's painted red. Okay, the signal is called, action potential. And the information is transferred through it is called electrochemistry, where electricity, it transferred is transformed, into what chemicals, at the junction here, called a synapse. Okay, it is the synapse is just a kind of that juncture. Okay, it is sorry, that junction between one neuron, and the other, where what information is transferred from the presynaptic neuron to the postsynaptic neuron. So in the part two of this video, what I intend doing is just to give my audience members, insights into what concept neurons, are. Okay, concept neurons are those neurons that are dedicated to what? To semantic information, to semantic knowledge about facts, knowledge of places, knowledge of history, knowledge of mathematics, of English, of biology, of chemistry, of physics, etc. And so the concept neurons are those populations and assemblies of neurons that are dedicated to learning, that are dedicated to cognitive and intellectual development. For example, all those information that we gather, in the academic environment, in the learning environment, in the school system, that in the process of educating ourselves, that the data, the information that our teachers, that our lecturers revealed to us are encoded and stored in our brains by the concept neurons. So do not forget, in the the part one video, I was able I talked about the different types, of neurons, where I simply talked about the place cells or place neurons. Okay, that I said it was John O'Keefe that discovered that. And then other people also discovered other types of neurons, like this couple, Professor Edvard Mozart and Professor Mrs. Maybrit Mozart. They are both Nobel laureates. They were the ones who discovered the grid cells, or the grid, neurons. So the next question, in this video, becomes, why do teachers, need this information, and why do students, need to know about concept neurons? Yes, the purpose why I've decided to shoot this video is to make sure that I give teachers, and lecturers information, about concept neurons. That the more they know about the concept neurons, the better, their teaching and their pedagogy. That if a teacher enters the learning environment or the lecture hall, the teacher must remember this fact, that whatever he or she is doing in the learning environment, that there are some dedicated, or what I call PIN, okay, populations of identical neurons that help in encoding, okay, the objects, okay, of their information. That the teaching content itself, the topics, that the subject that the teachers are teaching to students, that this pain, okay, help the students to do what, to encode whatever information this teachers and lecturers are emanating, okay, to the students. Then another thing that is important to note is this, that the concept neurons, okay, become extremely active, okay, they become so hyper effectual if the learning environment is conducive. And how does a teacher and a lecturer, okay, do this? The lecturer needs, okay, to always remember attention, because there's a kind of connection between academic attention and academic aptitude and ability. So the first thing that the teacher needs to do is that in the learning environment, okay, that he or she needs to make sure that the students are attentive. That the first thing that a teacher or a lecturer should do, okay, as soon as he or she enters the learning environment, is that he or she should make sure that the environment is conducive, that the students do what, they pay attention. And when they pay attention, the brain also, okay, releases, okay, acetylcholine. Okay, it is a neurotransmitter, okay, that is responsible, okay, for attention. And then, apart from acetylcholine, okay, in the brain too, just like I already talked about concept neurons, yes, we have dopamine neurons. So if a teacher is aware that if he or she is teaching well, okay, and if there is this attention, this classroom or learning environment attention, okay, naturally the student will begin to do what, to assimilate the content, okay, of the lesson, and gradually the student will start enjoying it. As soon as they start enjoying it, okay, the brain does what? It is because the brain has done what? Has released dopamine, because dopamine is a kind of, is a neurotransmitter of pleasure, that whatever we do that we enjoy doing, that we find fulfilling and thrilling, okay, it is because, okay, dopamine has been released, okay, in our brains. So as we have concept neurons, we have dopamine neurons, we have acetylcholinergic. It is called, there are neurons that actually release, okay, acetylcholine, okay, and they are called acetylcholinergic, okay, neurons. that that's really a kind of a mouthful. And so it is important for teachers, okay, to be aware of the fact that concept neurons do what, they play a role, okay, in teaching, in lecturing, and in memory consolidation. Then another point that I think is important for me to buttress here has to do with, okay, why do students need to know about the concept neurons? Yes, it is important that we make our students understand that the brain, okay, is also active, that the brain actually plays a very critical and fundamental role in their, okay, academic journeys, and that in the brain there is something called the concept neurons, and that when students pay attention, okay, when students ask questions, okay, when students listen, okay, to their teachers, okay, and their lecturers, that these concept neurons, okay, become extremely active, and they do what, they help the students to encode the pieces of information, data, and fact that the teachers and lecturers are revealing to them in their learning, okay, environment. Then one other thing that I think that is worth sharing here is the fact that the concept neurons, or neurons in general, okay, they dislike stress. Okay, they always become, or they switch off, okay, in a kind of a stressful environment. So it is important, okay, for the teacher to make sure that the learning environment is so conducive, is so fun filled, is so free, okay, that the learning environment actually encourages, okay, creativity, okay, that the learning environment encourages, okay, expression, okay, this maybe individual and collective expressions, that the learning environment should not be hostile, because a kind of, in a hostile environment, the concept neurons, they switch off, they become inactive, they become ineffectual. So it is important that teachers actually know, okay, about the concept neurons, and students too know about the concept neurons. And I strongly believe that, okay, with this knowledge, that learning, okay, and memory, and by extension intelligence, is going to, okay, increase, okay, if this information, okay, in this video, okay, is spread, okay, across the learning and academic sector. So thank you so much for your time. Okay, and I just want to quickly say this, okay, on a final note, that I'm going to but we, my friend and I, okay, Dr. Okeme Usman, we've written, okay, a book on educational, okay, neuroscience. Okay, I have the synopsis, okay, of the book. Okay, for whoever, okay, needs the book, all you need to do is just to subscribe, okay, to our channel. That is one. Then secondly, okay, share this video, okay, comment, and when you after commenting, okay, make sure that you leave your email. What I will do is that I will read your comment, and I will send you, okay, the synopsis, okay, of the educational neuroscience, okay, book. Thank you very much, and I shall see you in the next video.